Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah. Shake it, but keep pointing out all the lies. Putting the scripture right in your eyes. The Bible guy. He reads Hebrew and Greek and shows you that your book's not unique. The Bible guy. He turns through the pages until every Christian rages. The Bible guy. Watch one time and you're hooked. Now let's watch why the Christians get cooked. The Bible guy.
Howdy, everyone. This is the Bible Guy coming at you live from Northeast Texas. Let's let everyone make sure you're tapping that screen, sharing the live with those you love, with those you hate, with your friends and with your enemies. Let's get the word out there so we can have some interesting conversations and see whether or not anyone can have a coherent conversation about any of the 6 points near or above my head. I'm your host, Dalton the Bible Guy. And already starting the stream off very strong. We already have two super chats to read. So I'll go ahead and read that, and then we'll see if we can get any guests in here. So at Connor Runda with the $5. Just got back from my hand fastening ceremony with the husband, so I might not be free to watch live. Slanche, though, gay for Dalton and Justin, rock hard for Doug, sinfully wet for Sharon, more hen. So as I understand it, a hand fastening ceremony is in like a traditional British ceremonies where, you know, two people are fastening their hands together as a sign of their committed union with one another. So congratulations. And Slanche to you as well. Slanche being, I think, a traditional Gaelic for like health to you, basically. So congratulations. And at Drew Smith TPA with the $10, Duncanites assemble. Yeah. Or how about this?
Duncanites assemble.
Yeah, got ourselves a new toy to play with for the live. All right. Let's take a look and see who I got in my box already. Well, hello, Miss Ashlyn. I wasn't expecting to see you here today. Oops.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yep.
Oh, I said I'm in your box. I'm sick in your box, though.
Sick in my box. Love it. Well, we're gonna bring up our first guest for the day, who is, let's take a look. Olusegun. Olusegun. I'm going to ask you the same 4 questions I ask every one of my guests, irrespective of who they are. Question number 1, are you at least 18 years old?
Yes.
What was that?
I'm more than 18.
What year were you born?
I'm saying I'm more than 18.
Yeah, what year were you born?
Nigeria.
Not where were you born? What year?
Yeah, I don't think so. Let's see, in the comment section, today is my first birthday as an atheist. Hey, Alyssa Jackson. Well, happy atheist birthday to you. Happy to see people freeing themselves of the bonds that is religion. Good for you. Bad echo on YouTube.
Yeah, you have a reverb. I always assume the audio issues are just me, but you have a reverb.
Let's see. How can I fix that?
Check if you have duplicate audios.
If I turn this down, it's for guess. Oh, here. I just muted the TikTok audio. Ashlyn, say something and see.
You have a reverb on my end too. I don't know if that's, but yeah, there's an echo. I don't know. I think it's your headphones.
You think it's the headphones?
Yeah, because it was like this last time. Did you turn your volume up again?
Volume is all the way down. For Ashland too. Every stream must contain one audio issue. It's Doug's will. Sounds good now. Sounds good now. Fixed. Okay, good. Good.
Wait, it's fixed for you?
I don't hear
I
echo
don't think
now.
it's
I'm looking at the YouTube comments. So for everyone in the comment section, can you hear in the TikTok comment section? I've got the issues figured out on YouTube side. Can y'all hear an echo in the TikTok comments?
Yeah, Jay hears an echo.
Not in the comments. You're good. TikTok sounds clear to me. All clear for me. So only my
That's weird. 'Cause Jay can hear it.
No, Jay said just now, not in the comments.
Oh, wait, what?
Hello, Jay.
Yeah, it's if you're a guest, you can hear this weird reverb echo sound, but if you're in the comments, you can't hear it.
Interesting.
Oh, I can put up with it then. That's fine. I don't really care that much.
I'm just worried about other people trying to talk to Dalton are going to get irritated by it.
You're right. The Christians don't have the
patience.
Check
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Check 1, 2, 3. C, can you still hear it?
Yes, for sure. Definitely.
Hmm.
Let me see if anyone else has had this issue and there's a way to solve it.
Yeah. Anyways,
I will be talking, but anyways, because I'm sick, so
yeah.
My poor throat feels like razor blades.
So if there maybe here, wait a minute. Maybe if I go into my sources over here. Screen sharing? No. Only a restart would help. I don't think restarting would help at all because apparently this was happening last night as well.
It may just be a TikTok glitch. It'll probably resolve on its own.
Let's see. Razor what was that? Razor blade throat sounds just like COVID. Oh, that's unrelated. Okay.
No, it's not COVID.
Anyways,
I think it's maybe
You're
the
using
Dino virus.
TikTok Studio, right?
Yep, you TikTok Studio and OBS.
There could be. Have you checked your duplicate devices or what device is your output device?
I told him to check for duplicate audios earlier. Yeah.
How do I check for that? Here, I'll go to my audio mixer. Let's see. Audio, primary speaker, headphones.
Can you share the screen? I can probably walk you through it.
Background music off. How does it sound right now? Can you hear yourself?
Oh, that's much better.
Yeah, that's much better. It's fixed.
Yeah.
Look at that. I'm figuring things out, people. Tech and stuff. I'm like the tech guy now. Okay. Anyways, everyone make sure you're tapping that screen, sharing the live with those you love, with those you hate, with your friends, and with your enemies. Tap that screen like Jonathan wanted to tap King David, and share the live out so we can get some Christians in here to have some conversations, or Jewish people. Christians or Jews, you're both welcome to come in and see if you can give me a reason to think that any of the 6 points above my head are not true.
Johnny B Animation says, "Oh, Dalton is reading the YouTube chat. Hi, Dalton. May Doug brighten your day."
Hey, mate, and and YouTube, bud. Tap like Al Zoot Tap Muhammad. Who's Al Zoot? I don't know that. See, this is why next year I'll be studying the Quran topic more thoroughly so I can get those jokes. Duncan is good. Can't hear Ashland?
You can't hear me now?
Here,
Ask YouTube if they can hear me.
right? On YouTube,
I'll check.
Can y'all hear
Maybe.
Ashland and Micaiah?
Oh yeah, Johnny B said thank you, Ashland. So I'm guessing Ashland is underwater. That may just be my nose, guys. Are you sure that's not my voice right now? Because I'm sick.
Oh yeah, it's bad.
It's really bad. Okay, maybe I should. Here, let me restart the app.
Did you
Man.
lower guest volume?
Did I lower guest volume? Here. See if that does anything.
That makes the reverb come back.
Okay, I'll turn that off then. Let's see. Would it be under sound effects?
It should be under audio mixing.
Is this better? Oh, I guess chat. Tell me if this is better. I can still hear my own voice, like an echo.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, I can hear an echo of my voice as well.
what are y'all hearing now?
So it's not on my end.
No, it's definitely on my
I wonder,
end.
can you reset your audio settings to default?
My audio sends a default. Oh, I can test.
the audio.
Here, y'all say.
Here,
something.
y'all say something.
Something? Hold on.
Hello?
Jay can't turn up her mic, so.
I mean,
Does
y'all-
this help?
I mean, y'all.
Is it
sound-
just my audio that's quiet, or is it Micaiah's, guys? Someone says everything is good on YouTube, so thank you,
It's-
Johnny B.
Yeah, it has to be something on TikTok Studio that's messing with it.
Is the reverb still here?
No.
It's not a reverb. You haven't now. It's always been an echo of my own voice or the guest voice. You had a reverb before on your own audio, not an echo.
No more echo. Everything
Oh,
sucks.
you fixed it. You fixed it. Apparently, I can hear the echo on my end, but I don't care as long as y'all can hear me.
Dalton has
What'd
echo
you do?
now. No more echo. Everything sucks now. No, it is. YouTube audio is perfect. I'm getting mixed messages over here.
I was about to say, I wonder if you messed with the setting on accident and it kind of just fucked everything up.
I mean, that's always possible.
Ashlyn sounds louder now.
So Alexander says, "Don't."
That
touch
may have been
anything."
me, guys, because I touched this. Hold on. I touched my audio on my end.
What a riveting start to the live. Anyways, if you are a Christian and you would think that the Bible is inspired, or that Jesus was the Messiah, or that he rose from the dead, or that he was God, or that the Bible is anti-abortion, or that the Bible is a good source for morals, get in my box. Come on up, have a conversation. I don't think you'll be able to substantiate that claim. You should probably change your name, bro. Kind of misleading. No shame to you, though, bro. Hope you return. It's not misleading, the only Javi. I know the Bible. I'm the Bible guy because I know the Bible better than Christians. I am the Bible guy. There's nothing misleading about it.
No, they were talking about the audio. Wait, who said?
No. Yeah, no, they said I should change my name.
Who did?
The only Javi.
Someone in the comments.
Oh, I thought you said Johnny B. I'm looking at the YouTube chat. I was like, Johnny B's. He said so. They're trying to confuse you on the YouTube. So I was like, what the heck?
No, Johnny B is good. That was there you go. I don't disagree with your prompts. Good job. Yeehaw. All right. Judeus with the $2 says, give us your Castiel voice. All right. I am the angel of the Lord. I do hear myself now on Jay's.
Huh? No, I can hear you too.
Yeah, but it's not when I don't hear myself on your video, only Jay. That was weird.
Well, I'm muted up. You forget that though. I
Okay,
mute up after
hey,
I'm done.
Here, then don't mute up, and let me see if I can hear myself. I don't hear myself when you talk. All right. At Connor Ronda with the $2 says, give us your Crowley voice. What is this, like the supernatural impression hour? I'm the bloody king of hell. I don't know.
This is better.
Check 1, 2, 3. Yep. IDK says, you can call yourself the Bible guy, but if you believe any of the topics, you don't know your Bible. I do know the Bible better than you, IDK, which is y'all can sit up here and make the claim all day that I shouldn't be calling myself the Bible guy or that I don't know the Bible. But at the end of the day, none of y'all are asking to come up and proving me wrong. So anyways, we got our first guest for the day. Oh, and nope, they disappeared. All right. Well, there you go. At Ninhotep with the one Bible Guy gift membership. Hello. Thank you so much. Whoever's out there and wants a Bible Guy membership, make sure you get on it. Grab that membership. TL Roar says it was an excellent tap. That's all right.
Tell him the perk of it.
Well, now at the end of every whenever you get a membership on the Bible Guy channel, one, you get access to special stickers that you can like do in the YouTube comment section. You get first priority access to any videos that come out. And then finally, of course, you get a name shout out in the credits at the end of the show. All right. The Only Javi is going to be our first guest for the day. The Only Javi, I'm going to ask you the same 4 questions I ask every one of my guests, irrespective of who they are. Question number 1, are you at least 18 years old?
Yeah, I'm 20.
Question number 2, are you a Bible believer?
Nah, I'm just a follower of Jesus, though. I'm not specifically religious. I just follow Jesus, bro. He didn't ask us to be religious.
You don't believe in the Bible?
I didn't say that specifically, but I feel like a lot of it is altered.
I asked you if you were a Bible believer.
Okay. Well, you trying to box me into like one question, but I say yes, but I don't think it's 100% accurate though.
Okay, you believe in the Bible, but not 100% of it. All right. Question number 3, how much of the Bible have you actually read?
I read my first share of it, bro. I'm not gonna sit here and like I just know it tick for tack. You might even know it better than me, bro. I can only tell you what I've learned from like life experiences, and I'm not gonna lie, bro.
Anyways, question number 4, what are your pronouns?
Pronoun? I'm a man, bro.
Well, that's not a pronoun. What are your pronouns?
Pronoun? I'm a male.
That's your sex. What are your pronouns?
I don't have pronouns, bro. It's only a sex, bro.
I is a pronoun.
Yeah, I is a first person pronoun. So what are your third person pronouns?
I'm only one person, bro. What you mean?
I didn't ask how many people you were. I asked what your pronouns are.
Okay, can you list off some pronouns, bro, so I can pick one out of your list, bro? Because I don't.
There are the standard pronouns we use in the English language are he, him, she, her, and they, them. Which one do you go by?
I say he, him, then, bro.
All right. Oh, whatever that background noise is, you gotta get away from that.
I got you.
Are you
at work?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was at work and I was just scrolling by. I was looking at scriptures and then
it sounds like you're working with heavy machinery. And as someone who also works with heavy machinery, that is an instant fire to be on your phone.
Yeah, that's and it's a major safety thing.
It's a trash compactor. I know what I'm doing.
That's a safety thing, dude.
No, like literally, we have trash compactors at my work. If you are not paying attention to the fucking trash compactor, it's in like an instant fire because it's such a safety hazard that they don't want to deal with the liability of it.
Also, yeah. So I mean, either go away from what you're doing because I can't deal with that background noise, go on break or something. But I cannot talk to you with all that background machinery going on. Let's give him a couple.
Is that better?
That's better. All right, your job's on the line, but all right. So I'm Dalton, the Bible guy. Which one of the 6 points here do you disagree with?
Why do you think, why do you think Jesus is not God, bro? I just want to know. I was genuinely curious. I didn't come on here to try to debate you or anything or shame you or nothing, bro. I just wanted to know, like, why do you feel that way?
Because the Bible doesn't make that claim about him.
Do you feel like you know the Bible better than anybody else?
No, better than most Christians on TikTok.
So what do you believe in, bro? Do you believe in anything?
Well, we're not.
Or you just believe we just here to exist?
We're not here to talk about what it is I believe. We're here to talk about whether or not you can substantiate any of the 6 claims.
I mean, bro, why are you trying to box me? I just want to know your perspective. I want to know why.
I'm an atheist, so are you able to give me a reason why I should think Jesus is God?
I mean, you can't convince anybody of anything that want to be convinced of, bro. I'm not here to convince you. I just want to know why.
Ain't that the truth? I talk to Christians on TikTok all the time. Y'all can't be convinced of nothing. So are you able to give me any reason to think Jesus is God?
I mean, bro, honestly, I mean, he will literally come talk to you, bro. Like,
he hasn't talked to me. He walked
with you throughout the day, bro. He still loves you, bro.
Fun fact: dead people don't love anything. Your dead rabbi has
never. He's still dead?
Oh yeah, most definitely. Your dead rabbi has never appeared to me, even when I was a Christian. So no, he doesn't talk to me. He never walked with me. I have no evidence to suggest otherwise.
Okay. Well, did you ever be still, bro, and listen? Did you ever try to?
Yep.
You ever tried?
How do you think he knows so much of the Bible? Like, he studied Hebrew and Greek because he was so dedicated to the scripture. He learned 2 other languages.
Okay, but he knows the scripture so well, he will also know that he says his thoughts are higher than our thoughts and his ways are higher than our ways.
I know that Bible verse. I just think I just think it's a thought-stopping cliche. That Bible verse was written in order to get you to not question the religious leaders who are telling you what God is saying.
Yeah, but I never followed no religious leaders, bro. Honestly, I never went to Jesus because my granddad was a preacher. I used to sleep through church all the time, bro. I never used to pay attention. I
don't care about that. Like the only way you know anything about Jesus is from the Bible, and the Bible was written by religious leaders in either the church or in the Jewish context. Verses like God's thoughts are higher than our thoughts were created specifically to get you and me to not question these religious leaders when they make claims about what God said and did.
Okay, bro. So can you just answer me this one question though? Okay, so if you know so much, bro, and you don't believe anything, are you okay with afterlife?
I believe in plenty of things. Just things that I have evidence for. But do you have any evidence for any of these points?
I mean, bro, you never really have just hard evidence for anything, though.
Sure, we do.
You can't really prove anything, bro.
Yes, you can.
Like people say, the Bible man-made. Okay, most things are man-made.
The only if God is so powerful and he's got all this power, he would know the way to convince every single person on the planet, but yet he chooses not to. It's amazing that all of these miracles happened in the day that there were no recording devices. Nothing. There was no audio, no video recording. He can't plant evidence. In fact, he makes it so confusing that it's impossible to decipher.
So do you
That
have,
doesn't sound like like any hard evidence coming from him.
so do you have any reason for why I should think that Jesus is God? Hello? You're muted. You know that, Javi? I need you to unmute yourself.
Oh damn. Well, I was saying, bro. Like the lady said, she was like, "Why won't he just convince everybody to follow him?" That wouldn't be free will. That would be
Sure
just
it
like
would.
dictatorship, bro.
No,
Yeah, it
You don't want to
would.
do that.
that would still be free will.
How?
He just
Free
knows
will
how
to
to.
give everybody the freedom to make their own decision, like you,
Yeah,
bro.
he can
You got the
provide
freedom
he
to
can
do whatever.
provide the evidence and then let
Uh-huh.
everyone make a informed decision about whether or not they want to follow him.
Like
Yeah.
you don't infringe on someone's free will when you educate them about a topic. Like for instance, if you're going into surgery and you're not going to make someone do the surgery, you're going to educate them on the potential outcomes. So like say it's some sort of surgery where there's 70% likelihood of survival, but your survival odds of having the disease are 10%. Like that's not infringing upon their free will. That's just letting them know the outcomes of something.
Okay, but how would you
They have
explain that if the head doctor, the CEO, came down and showed you the way, and he laid it out for you to give you specific instructions of how to get stuff done and how to get where you're trying to go,
You
and you
mean
deny it, you can't blame him
Are you
for
talking
not
about the
doing it.
Bible? Because the
No, I'm
Bible is a
talking about
horrible
Jesus.
book. Well,
You think so?
Jesus has never come down to me. In fact, every time when I'm dealing with like Christians, I see a lot of horrible behavior. Christian men treat me horribly up here. They tell me to shut up. Like literally when I was on last
That's
time.
probably every human in this world, and if they
No,
having some on your bad side, they probably faking.
I'm treated much better by atheist men. I'm defended much more by atheist men because it is written in I don't know if you've ever read Jesus and John Wayne, but this idea of what Jesus was in the American evangelical Christian is meant to dominate women, and it preaches like horrible things about how women are helpmeets, and that we are lower than men, and our purpose is only to have children. So yeah, it's no wonder that Christian men typically are more
Eve
abusive.
from Adam's rib have helped him,
no, we weren't.
right?
No, women were not made from
No.
ribs. There's no
You're
evidence.
supposed to coexist
There,
with each other.
there's no
It's special
there's
strength
there's
that
no
women have.
there's no evidence to support that women were made from the rib of a man.
Wait,
That's a fairy tale.
wait, were you about to say that men have one less rib than women? Because that's not true.
No, I
That's
want to
just
hear
a
this
straight
though.
up
I want to hear
lie.
this. This lady, she on her saying like you've been treated bad by. That's your choice of men though. It's probably a man. You know how many
Okay,
people
okay,
live in the world,
okay,
though?
only Javi.
Just
Javi,
like your
victim blaming,
choices,
though.
just
Javi.
absolute up here victim blaming.
let me explain to you what's
No,
actually
I'm
going
not.
on. No,
You said only.
Javi, shut up, Javi. What ends up happening is that as my co-host, Ashlyn comes up here, and then Christian men come up here to talk to me, and then they end up treating her like shit, all because she's a woman. That's not her choice. That's them coming up here and talking to us, and them choosing to act like pieces of shit just because she's a woman.
Yeah, someone Echo the other day, not yesterday, it was Thursday, came up. I didn't even say anything, and he turns around and tells me to shut the fuck up.
Okay,
I didn't
it's
even say
assholes in
anything.
every religion though.
Yeah, they mostly
Yeah,
come. They're mostly Christian.
from religious individuals, yeah, but Christians are, because I'm surrounded more by Christian men. Like,
And who
and
are
I
you to
could
judge people?
pull up psychological like studies and show you that people who are Christian are less likely to ask for forgiveness because they think that they only need to ask God. I mean, I could and they're less likely to like perform actions towards others in groups that would like repentance towards others or any other aspect, because they think that it belongs to God. Like Christianity and like religious attitudes, while it like builds a community, it isn't necessarily the most healthy community that you could build. Like I would say that the communities that we have that are atheists, and this isn't empirical because unfortunately there's not a lot of data out there, while there's still misogyny because that needs to be deconstructed from the society that we're in, it seems to be much less.
Uh-huh.
Or people are actively working to better
Okay.
themselves.
Well, can I ask you a
No.
question then? Okay, hey, I'm a young
Yeah.
person. I'm only 20 years old. I'm a young man too, and I identify as a follower of Christ. Have I disrespected you or anything? Have I been rude to
No.
you? Okay, it's different people. It's so many. You can't box a whole
We
community of
never
people
made
into
the
one
claim
box.
that 100% of all Christian men treat women like shit, but the vast majority of
I'm
the
saying
Christian men who
mostly
come,
though, but that's the people that
the
you come across.
most Christian men who come on this live do.
Okay,
Yeah.
this is
So
a live. This is a telephone box. Have you ever? It's people that you can walk up on, random people that will come and just walk up and they'll be like,
yeah,
they will just pray for you out of nowhere,
It's
or
funny,
yeah.
ask how
but
your
it
day going.
demonstrates
Doesn't
that
it doesn't mean that they think. It doesn't mean that they don't think that the men don't think that they're better than women. Like it's all throughout.
You
Have
can't
you
tell what every man thinks in their mind. You're not.
you can okay, I don't know like if you've ever experienced some sort of cultural oppressive system. I don't know if you're white or black, maybe
I'm
that,
black.
or but okay,
I'm
so
African
you do
American.
know what cultural oppressive
Oh,
systems
most
look like,
definitely.
even when they don't come out and say it, right?
Yes,
Um,
ma'am. You can
and
sense
yeah,
it. You can feel it.
yeah, and that, like that's kind of some of the things where you can say the exact same thing to someone and they'll take it from a man rather than a woman, and that happens quite frequently. Even though I may have more education than some individuals, it just so happens that in you're right, it is also just in society, but society in the United States is 63% Christian, and in a lot of the misogyny comes from the cultural identifiers of the Christian faith.
Okay, and guess what? He
Now,
also said a lot of people.
now we have gotten way the hell off topic. Dude,
You said, hold on
Javi,
one second.
I'm going to need you to justify your position that Jesus is God.
Bro, Jesus is God because he said he is, bro.
Oh,
I
wow.
mean, you shouldn't need any.
Okay, well,
You
hey, guess
shouldn't
what?
need any other
Guess what?
explanation.
I'm God. And you believe me?
You not Jesus though, bro.
Doesn't
You
matter.
you
Yeah, and
what's your name? The
no,
Bible guy.
no, Jesus isn't Dalton. That's why Jesus isn't God, because Jesus isn't Dalton. See, like
What does that mean?
someone's just saying they're God, which by the way,
What does that mean?
Which by the way, Jesus never said he was God. Someone just saying they're God doesn't make them God.
So Jesus.
If you leave the screen, I won't be able to hear you.
So Jesus never said it was God. I thought he said him and God are one.
Well, no, being Jesus saying that him and the Father are one isn't a declaration that
And
he
one
is.
being one with God is
Well,
being
no.
God, bro.
No, no,
Deny that.
no. You need to reread the Gospel of John, especially chapter 17.
Bro, you just proved
What?
it though. It's
No,
literally it's a
no,
yes or no question,
no,
bro.
Javi, listen. I'm about to quote your Bible to you. You need to go back and read the
Okay, okay.
Bible in John 17:11, when Jesus praying to God says to the Father, "Father, let them, my followers, be one, even as we are one." The oneness that Jesus and the Father have together in the Gospel of John is not a oneness in essence. It's not an ontological oneness. It's a oneness in the sense of we are united in purpose and will. We're just united together socially. Has nothing to do with Jesus being God himself.
All right.
Would you like to see the Bible verse? Here. I'm going to pull it up on the screen so everyone can see it, just so no one thinks I'm bullshitting over here. Okay. John chapter 17, verse 11. And now,
Okay,
and
Jesus
now-
forgave sins,
Wait.
right?
Well, we'll get to that in a second.
No other prophet has
we'll
done
get
it.
we'll get to that in a
All right.
second. And now I
Okay.
am no more in the world, but they are in the world. And I am coming to thee, Holy Father. Keep them in thy name, which thou hast given me, that they may be one, even as we are one. What does it mean for they, the Christians, to be one? Are you all the same person? Is that what it means for y'all to be one? Because if so, then you're guilty of being a bigot towards Ashland because another Christian man was. If that's what it means for Christians to be one, then yeah. But if it just means that Christians are meant to be united, then all that tells me is that the uniting, the way in which God and Jesus are one, is that they're just united in will and purpose, not that they are the same person or same being.
Well, answer me this then. Jesus forgave sins. No other prophet has ever forgiven sins.
God gave him the authority.
And why did Jesus accept worship?
God gave him the authority. We're not going to, don't gish gallop. God gave Jesus the authority to forgive sins. It wasn't something inherent to him. Would you like to see where in the Gospel of John Jesus explicitly says that Jesus gave the apostles the same authority? Dude? Hello? Here, I'll just go ahead and
say you know the Bible. There's no denying that, bro. He said,
John, I already explained to you what it means for Jesus and God to be one. Are you okay? The Christian man 2 days ago who came on here and like started being like a misogynist to Ashland. Was that you?
Bro, I'm just being a genuine person. I'm just asking questions, bro.
No. He's not attacking you personally. He's asking you this because if it is the case that you are the same as all other Christians, then you would be accountable for the actions of others.
It's like saying you the same as all other humans.
Here.
Well, if that's what you're going to take from it, that's what it would mean then.
Yeah, well,
but that's clearly not what you take from that.
Hitler or something.
Javi.
Like that would be crazy to say.
Javi, what does it say here in John 17:11? What does the highlighted portion say? What does Jesus say to God?
We can't see it all the way.
I can't see it.
Yeah.
Oh, is it too small or something?
No, on TikTok. There we go.
What does the highlighted portion say?
They may be one, even as we are one.
So what is Jesus saying here?
What's your interpretation of it, bro? I
take it for what it plainly says. Jesus is saying that his followers should be one, even as, or just as we, that is Jesus and the Father, are one. So the same way that Jesus and the Father are one is the same way that all Christians should be one. So are you the same?
What?
Are you the same being as other Christians?
Bro, doesn't Jesus Christ himself say that he resides in us though?
Jesus literally says in John, the Father is greater than I. So if he cannot be the Father, if the Father is greater than himself, like that doesn't make any sense. Like it's like riddled all across John. If you've ever read John,
if I say to you, Javi, me and Ashland are one, am I making the claim that I am Ashland or that Ashland is me?
That's a difference.
No, it's not.
First off, you're not a spiritual.
It's not.
You're
It's
a man.
not. It's not different.
And you're not her father.
It's not different because Jesus says that the oneness that Christians have among themselves is the same kind of oneness that the Father and the Son have.
Okay, bro. Answer me this. What's the son of a king?
A prince.
Okay, and what is the prince? When a prince grows up and is sent out by the father,
when his dad
what do they become?
Yeah, when his dad dies, is God dead?
Yeah, but that's human. You looking at the human version of it though, bro.
Well, you're asking me about
how do you know?
Wait a minute. You're saying you're looking at the human.
Wait, how do you know how celestial beings work?
Yeah. Also, you're asking me about humans. You just said when a king has a son, those are humans. So yes, when a king, I'm referring to
Jesus
humans.
Was Jesus just a human though?
Yeah.
How?
Because I have no
Who
evidence.
Is his dad?
According to the Gospels or in real life?
Not who is his father though?
In real life, in real life, or in the Gospels?
In the Gospels.
Give
me both, bro.
In the Gospels, it's God. In real life, he probably he definitely had a human father.
You think so? I mean, in the Gospels, if you deny what I'm saying, bro, let's speak from the Gospel.
By the way, the reason that Jesus is God's son in the Bible is because God impregnates Mary, not because Jesus is himself God himself, and therefore he is his own son. Now, do you acknowledge that Jesus saying I and the Father are one doesn't necessarily mean that he is God.
Bro, I'm not saying I can't, bro, because you don't even know all the facts, though.
I do know all the
Like,
facts. You don't. You didn't.
you going off scattered
You
information.
weren't aware of John 17:11. I was. Someone here does know the facts more than the other person. And that person is me.
I mean, have you read
Well,
John?
I'm still
The
on my
Son
journey. I'm
can
still
do
on my walk
nothing.
with Christ, bro. So
The Son can do
forgive me for
nothing.
not knowing scripture by.
Say what you're saying, Ashlyn?
The Son can do nothing on his own, but only what he sees the Father doing.
Yeah.
Like, literally, I am ascending to my Father and your Father, to my God and your God.
That's also John.
Another John, and all this eternal life, that you may know the only true God and Jesus Christ, whom you have sent.
Also John.
And then in Mark, he goes, why do you call me God? Why do you call me good? No one is good but God alone. Like, this is them asking Jesus. Jesus consistently tells us in the Gospels that he is not God.
So if I say that Ashlyn and I are one, this doesn't mean that I'm Ashlyn or Ashlyn is me. It means that we're united in a purpose and goal. That's exactly what Jesus meant when he said, I and the Father are
But
one.
that's so uncomparable, though, bro.
It is. No,
You
it's
want
not.
Ashley
It actually is comparable because the Gospels themselves make that comparison. We just saw it in John chapter 17:11. Jesus explicitly compares the oneness between Christians as being like just like the oneness between him and God. That they may be
like
one,
somebody come
even
and
as
say,
we
did
are
Jesus
one.
ever say that he's not God?
Yeah, he said, he said, Ashton just quoted to you from the Gospel of Mark, where someone called him good teacher, and he said, why do you call me good? Only God is good. He said, the Father is
Only
greater
God
than
is
I.
Jesus is good, though.
Is God greater than God?
My teaching is not mine, but his who sent me. Another John passage. I came from God and now I am here. I did not come
Say
on my
Jesus is
own,
not
but
good,
he
bro.
sent
He
me.
literally never.
Is God greater than God, Javi? Is God greater than God?
What does that even mean, bro? Where is this question? What is that
Because
question,
in
bro?
the gospel, as Ashlyn just read to you, Jesus says, the Father is greater than I. So is God greater than God?
Because he's the source. He's the original source, though.
So Jesus isn't the original
If you think
source?
about it like
So
that.
there's something that God has, God the Father has, that Jesus doesn't have, and yet they're both the same being. Make that make sense.
Bro, well, let's say this, bro. Since,
Fifth grade math was hard. That's all I gotta say.
Womp womp.
so basically, what do you think Jesus was? Like a representative, bro? It's not.
In the Gospels, Jesus is presented as being the possessor of the divine name, that God gives Jesus authority to do things like, for example, the authority to forgive sins. That's not something that's inherent to Jesus. In the Gospels, that's something that he just receives from God. That's what the Gospel John says, at least.
Look, bro, you don't gotta accept it, but logically,
It doesn't make sense logically. You've yet to give me a logical reason to think that this incoherent theology makes any sense.
Literally in John, he says that I have come in my Father's name and you do not accept me. And then I think that's...
So far, these arguments have been absolute. Yeah.
Was that the soundboard?
Yeah.
No, that was his butt.
That was such a bad. You need to get a better fart sound. Come on now.
I can make it louder. I'm sure I can find a louder one.
I said better. It's not very good. Look up the one that's called brain fart. That's my favorite.
I paid for this one. We're using it. So, Javi, do you have any actual good points for why I should believe Jesus is God.
Bro, you're committed to you,
I'm
bro.
committed
Your
to the
mind's
truth.
made up. Okay, exactly, bro. There's nothing I could ever say without it being a loophole that you would try to find.
It's what the scripture says. This isn't like it literally over and over and over in John. He says he couldn't have said it more plainly if he came out and he's like, "Yo, bro, I'm not God."
You know, if Jesus was in like modern times, that's definitely something that would be in like the modern Bible. Oh,
Bro, I don't believe.
Yeah, here's the thing, Javi. As long as you say something that is absolutely contradicted by the logic and contradicted even by your own Bible, then yeah, you're not going to be able to convince me. That's just how that works. If you're illogical and unscriptural, then yeah, you're not going to convince me. That's kind of how that works. Listen, Javi, every time you leave the screen, I can see it, and also I cannot hear you when you leave the screen. Like right now, I can't hear you.
And by the way, this isn't the only time that someone has bared the divine name. In Exodus 23, 20 through 21.
Okay, but we not worried about them though. We worry about Jesus.
Yeah,
well, there's another Messiah.
There's no. This is God. Angel bears the divine name, and it is distinguished from God. Like, this isn't the first time this has happened. Jesus was different, I will agree, but this isn't the first time that this has happened. That's what you don't understand.
So instead of like chat GPTing the answers or whatever the hell you're doing when you're leaving the screen, could you have a conversation with me?
Oh, also kind of on what I was saying, but yeah, there's another Messiah in the Bible.
Jesus. I believe he.
Okay, wait. What
Like,
about the other
he
Messiah? Is the
inherited
other
him,
Messiah
like,
in the Bible also the Son of God?
Like he works through Jesus, so therefore Jesus is
someone working.
an extension of God, bro.
That doesn't mean he is God, though.
Wait, I have a question, real quick. So, the other Messiah in the Bible, is that also the Son of God?
I don't know who you're referring to, man.
Cyrus?
I can't speak for Cyrus. I can speak for Jesus, though. I was just saying that. Look, I'm still a young person. Look,
Solomon.
I was just going across my For You page and I seen this, bro. And I was like, the Bible guy. I thought I was actually going to learn something. And truth be told, you actually are teaching. You actually are showing me stuff. You making valid points from the Bible, so I can't deny what you're saying, bro. But
you're
I'm just telling you on my walk of faith. This is what I'm saying.
But what I got from that is you have made good points, and what you said is supported by logic in the Bible. But I'm going to keep believing what I believe because I don't care about the truth. I care about upholding my dogmas.
I mean, bro.
Oh, W.E. and Raid.
You gonna feel
W.E. and Raid.
But anyway, I ain't mean to take up none of y'all time, body y'all, or try to make you feel like I'm wasting your time on, bro. I just wanted to get on here and see where your mindset was, bro. That's
well,
it.
We would just want to like sound argumentation on why Jesus would be God. We've presented to you what the Gospels have to say about it, and it seems to be repeatedly said that Jesus was not God. And all you say is, "Oh, well, y'all just don't want to listen. You have evidence, but y'all just don't want to believe me because I don't have any evidence." Like, I don't understand.
So, do you not believe that God became Jesus, though?
Nope. The Bible doesn't
there's
say
no
it.
evidence of that.
The Bible doesn't say it, and also we don't have any evidence even outside of that. Got anything else for us?
Nah, bro, I think that's it, bro. I'm just gonna let you have that one.
Yeah, you can't.
Honestly, y'all was already over here preparing for like.
There are plenty of denominations of Christianity in which do not think this as well. Like, you don't have to stop being a Christian over this one.
I never planned on it, man. I was just trying to get to our viewpoints. Cause I never actually talked. I think I have. I mean, a lot of people don't even know they atheists. I don't know, but you like actually label yourself that and you carry that. So I never talked to a person that carries that label, and I wanted to see like how different our mindset would be.
Real quick, OG
That's it,
kid,
bro.
OG kid in the Bible never made the claim that the Bible is pro-abortion. It's just not anti-abortion. It's neutral, doesn't say anything one way or the other, and you're not going to be able to make an argument against abortion from the Bible, but you're more than welcome to call up and see if you can do it. Anyways, so is that the end of it, Javi? Javi? Javi?
I think he was trying to leave.
All right, well, I got him. Boop.
Hi, Justin.
Howdy, bud.
Hey, friends, good to see ya.
I got a new soundboard,
That's what I'm talking about.
and now
What sounds you got loaded up?
well,
He's only used the fart one so far.
I've only used the far one so far, but I've beat you to this one.
You know what? I have that on my soundboard. I never remember to use it because we got the pivot emoji.
Oh, you do? That's right. So you got the emoji so far. Yeah, so I've got pivot. I've got a wrong buzzer. I've got crickets, Jeopardy theme, sad violin, a fart, applause, and one of my favorites. It's going to be really quiet though. I don't think you'll be able to hear it. Let's see. I gotta get a louder.
Oh, that's a good line.
Yeah. But I'm gonna read.
I was consulted on this endeavor.
I'm going to read some super chats real quick, and then we'll move on to bring up our next guest, Dan11. At Herbie Shine 1312 with the £5. Hello, Governor. Just wondering if we should have a prayer before the show really gets going. Perhaps that would help the audio issues. Not really. Yeah, well, we got those figured out at least, so that's good. And then
For now.
yeah, just fiddling with things, and I seem to stumble into into fixing things. At Judeus with the $5. Thank you. One more for now. Can you do a good Dean Sam? Oh God, Sam. I love Supernatural. Come on, guys. All right, Dan11. I'm going to ask you the same 4 questions I ask every one of my guests, irrespective of who they are. Question number 1, are you at least 18 years old?
Yes.
Question number 2, are you a Bible believer?
Yes.
I'm going to need you to speak up. You're a little bit quiet. And then question...
Are you driving?
No, I'm not driving.
Okay.
All right. Question number...
Are you outside?
Yeah, can y'all hear me properly? Is it really bad or no?
There's a lot of wind.
Okay. How bad is it? Are y'all able to like?
If you at least
Barely.
if you speak up, it won't be that big of a problem. All right.
Okay. Yeah, we could go on.
So question number 3: how much of the Bible have you read?
Not a lot. If you want me to be honest.
That's all I asked for. And then question number 4: what are your pronouns?
He, him, I guess.
Could you speak up?
He, him. I really, yeah. I mean.
All right.
we wanna be.
Dan 11, he, him. I'm Dalton, the Bible guy. Which one of the 6 points up here did you want to discuss with me?
Yeah, so I just got on the live and I heard that y'all were saying that Jesus isn't God. I wanted to hear y'all's perspective on that.
Well, I've yet to be given a good argument in favor of Jesus being God.
Yeah, I just wanted to know where y'all got that from.
From reading the Bible, I don't see any evidence of Jesus being God.
He says, in John, Jesus specifically says the Father is greater than I. That would have strong implications to say that Jesus is not God, would it not?
I mean, again, it does speak in parables, but he also said a few things that said that he is.
That wasn't a parable, though.
Obviously.
No, John 14 wasn't.
Parables specifically are when Jesus tells stories in order to teach moral lessons. That wasn't a parable.
that's just the way that he speaks, I guess, and it's just pretty common as well. Like
But he wasn't a parable.
he never speaks like 100% direct.
He does sometimes.
Yeah, but again, like what you're saying here, like it just we're not going on just one verse.
Unless I have any reason to think that the Father is greater than I has any other meaning based on the literary context, then I'm just going to take it for what it plainly says.
Again, because what we're assuming is that over 4 billion people, as far as Christians, Catholics,
Are wrong?
Are wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, that's easy. Also, to make that argument is what we call an argument ad populum. It's a fallacy. Just because a lot of people believe something doesn't make it true. A lot of people used to believe the earth was flat, didn't make it true.
Yeah, and again, like, so what you're saying, how many atheists are globally?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
The
Yeah.
number of people who believe something or don't believe something doesn't tell us whether or not the statement is true or false. So do you have any arguments in favor of Jesus being God?
And I can read you the context surrounding John 14:28. He says, I have said these things to you while I still with you. But the advocate, the Holy Spirit, whom the Father will send in my name, will teach you everything and remind you of all that I said to you. Peace I leave with you, my peace I give you. I do not give to you as the world gives. Do not let your hearts be troubled, and do not let them be afraid. You heard me say to you, I am going away, and I'm coming to you. If you loved me, you would rejoice that I'm going to the Father, because the Father is greater than I. And now I have told you before this occurs, so when it occurs, you may believe. Does that sound like a parable to you?
What do we believe is
You're muffled. I can't hear you. Speak
So
directly into the mic.
Yeah. So do we believe I and the Father are one, or what we just heard from you?
Well, that depends. Do you also believe what John 17:11 says when Jesus explicitly tells us that the oneness shared between God and Jesus is not ontological oneness? It says in John 17 verse 11, and now I am no more in the world, but they are in the world, and I am coming to thee, Holy Father. Keep them in thy name, which thou hast given me, that they may be one, even as we are one. So the oneness between Christians is the same kind of oneness that is shared between the Father and the Son. So are you the same being as other Christians?
Am I the same being as other Christians?
Yeah, are you all the same person? The same human?
No.
Well, then Jesus and God aren't the same person or same being.
The Holy Trinity is one.
There's no Holy Trinity in the Bible. And again, oneness in the Gospel of John doesn't refer to ontological oneness. It refers to being one in the sense of being united in a will and purpose.
Okay, but again, like, as far as it's pretty common knowledge that, like, I'm not 100% to be the person to stay and argue back on that point. But again, there's a lot of other things that I'm able to argue. I haven't studied the Bible for years, but I know a little bit of it, so I really can't say anything in my point. But again, like, there's other points we could reach. Would you like to bring another topic?
If you would like to move on to another topic, I'm more than okay with that. Just know that you didn't bring anything to the God topic. So, which one of the other 5-6 topics would you like to discuss? Talk about something that you are able to debate.
What do you mean by the Bible is not inspired?
Well, the claim that the Bible is inspired, that claim isn't true. That's what that means. It's no different than every other book.
Okay, then why is there so much correlation and connection when it comes to the Bible?
Well, connections between that's because the authors of the New Testament were aware of the Old Testament, So of course they wrote their books with the knowledge of the other books. So of course there would be like cross.
Yes, but there is some instances like in connections that they've never met each other and never heard of each other, and yet their story.
But they share the same.
Contradicts itself.
Yeah, that's the huge problem. Like there might be some correlation, but again, that's because like whoever wrote the Gospel of Matthew, they had the book of Daniel in their possession. They had the book of Isaiah. But also, what do we do when the books of the Bibles don't agree with each other?
Okay, but again, like I'm not here to go on a deep argument specifically on the Bible, but what I can say is that
what do you think the whole purpose of this live is?
No. Let me get to it. I am a strong believer in that there is a God. Do y'all believe that there's a higher being?
I don't care about the question of whether or not there is or isn't a God, because even if I believed in God, all these points would still be true.
Or maybe your perception of it isn't, how would you say it, isn't there. Essentially, we may misperceive things. That could be going on as well.
Well, you could demonstrate to me that I'm misperceiving something, but until you do otherwise, I'm bringing the receipts. I'm quoting the Bible, looking at the sources. Do you have anything that would demonstrate that I'm wrong?
I mean, again, I have to go in with my further research, but what I base off of is how would you say it? I'm looking for, how would you say, the truth. I'm also open-minded, and I'm still questioning things as well. So I'm not 100% what I would say Christian.
Wait. Stop talking. You're a fucking liar.
He's driving. Yep.
What a fucking liar.
I called it.
Don't forget, Dan, the Bible says that liars will have no place in the world to come. Be better.
I know God's not real because you don't have a cash register sound when you ring up your receipts on your soundboard yet.
A cash? Whenever I get what?
You need a cash register sound on your soundboard so you can ring them up every time you bring the receipts.
Oh, wait a minute. Let's see. Cash register.
Christians, if you make me not sick, I'll believe in your Jeebus.
Done. This is a pretty.
Oh my god! Wait.
Pretty fucking awesome soundboard I got. I can just like add things to
Ashlyn, I had.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I had a video pop up on my memories, and it was some guy threatening Ashlyn and saying that she's gonna feel a cough in like a week.
He was a bit
It
off,
was
wasn't
from
he?
like a year and a half ago.
I remember that. No, I never got sick. Unless he's just really delayed on his prophecy. But he basically said that I was going to get like really, really sick.
Like on her deathbed. And this was like right before he visited Dalton.
Yeah, do you remember that, Dalton?
I do remember that actually. Yeah. It turns out that when the Earth went from being flat to being actual universe, now it takes a lot longer for those prayers to get to God.
Oh, based.
It's like Lord of the Rings. It used to be flat, but now it's round. That's crazy. So let's see. I got some super chats to read. At Condor Runda with the $2 saying, "Hey, ass butt." Chucks holy water at Michael. Peak line from Castiel. Anyone who doesn't understand Supernatural is not going to get all these awesome references. But yeah, ass butt. It's like top tier Castiel quote. It's basically his catchphrase. At Declan James with the $5. Who else would give money for a Supernatural weekly watch along with Dalton? Oh, that'd be so much fun. I could watch. In fact, I literally just got done watching a couple months ago. Got done watching all 15 seasons of Supernatural again because I'm obsessed. And then I just for fun I watched the whole season of the Winchesters on top of that. Thank you for the money gun. At Sir Game-A-Lot with the $4.99. Ashlyn cooking. She sure is. I mean, that's pretty normal. But in this instance, you're
Uh,
extra cooking.
I do cook a lot. I've been sick, so I haven't cooked that much. So it's nice to get back in the kitchen and fry some eggs.
Don't let the misogynist hear that. At Drew Smith TPA with the $5. If we print the Bible in Calibri, is it still Christian? Calibri, is that a font?
Yes.
It's a Microsoft font, yeah.
I don't get the joke. Can one of you three explain it?
I didn't know Calibri had such lore.
I know the White House stopped using it. I think, or no, it was the Department of War, quote unquote, stopped using it. They switched back to Times New Roman because Calibri was like too feminine or something.
Okay, well,
There was a
You know what?
font
They would do
change.
something like that.
what a weird timeline we live in. All right, at Connorunda with the $2. New Schism, like the Supernatural ending or don't like it? Oh, this is one that I feel conflicted on it because for anyone who doesn't know, Supernatural went on for 15 seasons and season 15 was shot in 2020. So they weren't able to give us the sort of ending that they wanted to because of all the restrictions surrounding COVID. So it was like lackluster. It was good. I cried a lot on that episode, but I wonder what we were deprived of. At Space Lord with the $1.99, most people have to be wrong. Christianity is only 28%. Is it only 28?
Oh yeah. With the actual
2 billion.
the actual font thing was it's easier for visually impaired individuals to read, so it was deemed too woke. Yes, thank you, Punk, for correcting me. But yeah, it's fucking wild. I just knew it was something stupid.
That's wild. At Sir Game a Lot,
Granted, they can't even call it the Department of War anymore. Congress said no to that.
gay for Dalton, and rock hard for Doug. Love to see that. I actually earlier I got a gay for Dalton and Justin, so we're on people's radar, bud. At Duke of Shotska with the €2, Justin sounds just like I look. Wait, what does that mean? Justin sounds just like I look.
Duke
Maybe
must
he's
be
like,
sexy AF.
yeah, I was about to say maybe he's trying to say it's a compliment.
Love that. At GH DX9LR with the $1.99. I only read the Bible and Windings. I think that's how most Christians read it because they don't seem to be getting the information in there. And then finally, at Duke of Shaska again with the €5 times Roosevelt. They should be using Comic Sans. I think it meant Times New Roman, but yeah, Comic Sans because it's hilarious. That anyone
Oh,
would
Comic Sans
believe.
was deemed woke, by the way. That was on their list of fonts not allowed to be used.
Woke. Okay. The White House. Okay.
Those
the White House is
those
stupid.
those
They
damn
released a
woke
small-
fonts.
Yeah, they released a small little list of fonts that they deem as woke, and Comic Sans was on there, which was really, really funny.
Watching alpha males cower in front of fonts is wild.
Justin, another feature of this soundboard that I got is
Now I can read the Bible in a sexy voice.
Dude, that's what's
Sounds
up.
like
I
a
need a
really
voice
bad-
changer.
yeah. So this app, it's called Voice Mod V3. Comes not only with a soundboard but with like dozens of voices. Guys, I can like go off screen, like do a little bit of a helium blow.
And now my
Dalton?
voice sounds like I'm on helium. Does helium
Because we
blow
don't
sound
have a
wrong?
guest. Because we don't have a guest, we can just see a really good close up of your Christmas hat on YouTube.
Wait, what do you mean? What? Oh, you mean like up here? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. 1 second. Let me just take care of that. Boop. All right. Oh yeah. I forgot.
Christmas.
Oh, you want me to do a?
Yeah, if you could sing some Alvin and the Chipmunks Christmas songs, that'd really go a long way to make everybody rock hard for Dalton.
Christmas time is here. Time for toys and time for cheers. I don't know the rest of the words though. That's the problem.
It's a really good voice on you. That's really gonna make people rock hard for Doug and gay for Dalton.
Yeah. Someone said clip that. We'll get on it. I'm a little bit behind on I do probably like one clip for the Bible guy a week. So, but we have a guest, John Stone. John Stone, I'm going to ask you the same 4 questions I ask every one of my guests, irrespective of who they are. Question number 1: are you at least 18 years old? Oh, John, are you there? There you are.
Hello?
John, are you at
Hey,
least
can you
18 years old?
Yes.
Question number 2: are you a Bible believer?
Not exactly, but I do believe in God, and I'm an ally of Christianity.
But you don't believe in the Bible. Do you disagree with any of the 6 points on the board?
Yeah. Look, this is all my personal opinion. I disagree with the last one. I think the Bible is a good source for morals in some cases.
In some cases. So if we cherry pick it.
Well, I would say, honor thy father and thy mother.
Can
Thou
be
shalt
good,
not
but
steal.
it can also lead to you like honoring father and mother when they don't deserve it.
Fair enough. Yeah, I said it's not all encompassing, but I think there are good points.
So why pick out all the pieces of corn from the pile of shit and not just get a pile of corn?
Well, I think you have to take the good with the bad, don't you?
Nope, I can just get rid of the Bible and get a better book. I can get the Secular Humanist Manifesto, and that's tons of better than the Bible. No need to ask Bronze Age and Iron Age Israelites what their opinion was. Let's do something a bit more modern and a bit more like ethical.
Yeah, or you could just read contemporary philosophers on ethics. It's probably much better.
Yeah, why would I waste my
Well,
time
fair,
with the Bible?
I think. Well,
I think even 50 Shades of Grey had like women consent. I'd take that over the Bible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. That's so true.
So are you all are atheists? Is that right?
Yep.
Yep.
We're also everyone up here is against slavery. We're against misogyny. All the bad shit that the Bible supports. Genocide, yeah.
Murdering a woman and cutting her bodies up to 7 pieces after they rape her, because that's conveniently in the text.
Well, like I said, this is all my personal opinion. Christians have made me a better man.
I don't think so. I think that if you are a good person, it's because you have a moral system that you use, and you use the Bible to justify some parts of your moral system, and then you ignore the parts you don't like. Why not just keep doing what you're already doing? Just do you have a good moral system and forget the Bible?
I think that Nietzsche talked about this about 150 years ago, that with the loss of Christianity, something replaces it. And I think
secular humanism.
Not all the time.
Secular humanism, which is better.
But that can be a sociopathic nihilism.
No, it's not.
Secular humanism isn't nihilistic.
It's literally about.
Do you know what?
Do you know what secular
Do
humanism is?
you know what it is?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I would just say it would just be do unto others, just treat people with kindness and respect and courtesy. Is that fair?
Yeah, but you don't need the Bible for that. Secular humanism teaches that.
I wouldn't say that it's good to treat others how you would want to be treated. I think you
Yeah.
should treat them how they would like to be treated, because if that were the case, then men would not treat me how I would like. They would treat me how they want to treat me, and I'm not a fan of that.
Well, I just mean that people should be treated with courtesy and respect.
Well,
yeah,
that's
but
not, that's not really the Bible's
that's
position.
not. Yeah, that's especially as a woman. That's not the position. Like, the position is that I am a helpmeet. I am not to be I'm property, essentially, in the Old Testament, especially. And Jesus isn't much better towards women.
I actually thought that Jesus was a bit too much of like the political left has a bit of a pathological altruism, and I thought the God of the Old Testament was a little bit too harsh, to be honest with you.
The God in the New Testament is infinitely more harsh than the God of the Old Testament. At least in the Old Testament, God didn't teach that people should be like eternally and consciously burning in hell. That's not in the Old Testament, but it is in the New Testament. That's literally infinitely worse than anything God does in the Old Testament.
I just mean in terms of Jesus was very compassionate, right?
Except for when it was like a Canaanite woman and he called her a dog.
Interesting.
So you have a problem with being compassionate?
No, I think compassion's a good thing. I just think that,
Dude, just drop the Bible and pick up the Secular Humanist Manifesto and you'll be golden.
No, look, I've actually talked to a lot of people, not everybody, but I've talked to a lot of atheists, and I actually see this. I see this sociopathic nihilism
Do you have any data to indicate that, or is that just what you label you place on them?
Yeah, sociopath is a psychology term. Can you like demonstrate like through any evidence at all that being an optimistic nihilist at the very least is like sociopathic?
Well, don't you think it's not such a bad thing for people to fear hell? It's a good deterrent when prisoners.
No, it's not good. It's trauma inducing.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Do you have any evidence that believing in hell deters murder?
Do Christians not commit murder?
I believe in.
It certainly doesn't stop them from diddling kids.
Well, we're essentially talking about a conflict between the id and the superego, aren't we?
Well,
okay, the psychoanalytical theory is not empirical at all. Freud was a fucking joke.
You don't actually believe in the Bible, so I'm not in the least bit interested in talking to you. I'd rather talk to actual Bible believers, so don't come back up and waste my time again.
So psychoanalytical theory, founded by Freud, is not empirical. When people want to sound smart on psychology, they try to bring that up. It is not taken seriously in the field.
Yeah. All right, Pastor Mookie, I'm going to ask you the same 4 questions that I ask every one of my guests, irrespective of who they are. Question number 1, are you at least 18 years old?
Yes, sir.
Question number 2, are you a Bible believer?
Yes, sir.
Question number 3, how much of the Bible have you read?
I'd say quite a bit of it. I don't know if I've read every single verse in every single book, but probably I'd say 90% of it.
And then
at least once.
And then question number 4, what are your pronouns?
Your Highness and Your Majesty. God says I'm royalty.
Neither of those are pronouns. Do you know what pronouns are?
How about Your Highness?
Nope, not a pronoun.
Is that a good one?
Nope. Try again.
How about Lord?
Nope. Not a pronoun. Could you try again?
What is going on in your background?
Okay.
Yeah, what's going on in the background?
He, him.
There you go. He, him.
Oh, my daughter is playing in the back.
Okay.
So, Pastor Mookie, he, him. I'm Dalton, the Bible guy. Also, he, him. Which one of the 6 points would you like to discuss with me?
Actually, when I came on, you made a statement that I heard somebody else make the other day, and I wanted to address, if that's okay. I mean,
Is it,
or do you want me to do one of the prompts?
One of the prompts.
Let me think. Let me see if it. Oh, I guess you can kick me because I don't have any response to any of the prompts. It was just something that you said to the last guest.
What did I
that
say to the
mentioned
last
the other
guest?
day.
Are
It
you a
sounds
real
like
pastor? Sorry.
Oh no, you're good.
I am.
Okay, just checking.
And
But
I
you
just
haven't
wanted
read the
to address
Bible.
one little thing, and I never said that.
I'm sorry. Have you read all the Bible?
What's that?
You said you haven't read all of the Bible.
Okay.
I guess I'm confused why a pastor is in the role of a pastor having not read the entire Bible.
Well, I think I've read it, like, I mean, between, 8 years old and now, I've probably read the whole Bible, but I don't know if I've studied all of it, like, extensively. So that's what I was saying, is I don't have a full recollection of the whole thing. A lot of times when people ask me questions, I have no problem saying, oh, let me look into that and get back to you.
All right, since I don't have any other guests right now, what point from the last conversation did you want to discuss?
Oh, if you'll let me take off and land a plane, it'll take like just a minor little bit of explanation. And that's if after listening to you guys, I know that, you guys may not be Bible believing, by the prompts, and that's fine. But if one of you actually asked me, let's say that there was a panel of other Christians in here, and Bible Guy, if you asked me if you were just having a bad day, and I know that you might never do this, and this might not be realistic, but if you asked me for prayer, like, I don't really believe in him, but could you pray that, for my finances or whatever? And some other Christians on the panel said, oh, don't pray for him. He's a total heathen, or something like that. And I said, you know what? I have no problem praying for this total heathen. I believe that when Jesus called the lady a dog, he wasn't saying that to her. He was actually getting on the case and being sarcastic with his disciples. He was basically saying, I'm not going to pray for her because she's just a dog.
When did the disciples call her a dog?
No. The disciples did not call her a dog. The disciples wanted to send her away. And he was being sarcastic with the disciples and saying,
nothing in the text.
Oh, no, yeah, I should, I shouldn't even spend my time with this dog.
There's nothing in the text that would lead me to believe that he was being sarcastic.
He was kind of like being sarcastic.
Jesus unprompted refers to this woman as a dog. He was making a point. It's not right to give to what belongs to the children, being Israelites, to the dogs. The only reason he decides to heal her is because she showed faith. There's nothing in the text that would lead me to believe that Jesus was being sarcastic. No textual prompts whatsoever. If you leave the screen, I won't be able to hear you.
Does this mean Jesus was being sarcastic in John 2:4?
When he said what?
Woman, can't you see this is my, when he calls Mary a woman?
Oh. Is there anything in the text that would prompt me to believe that he was being sarcastic? I guess not. All right. Womp womp.
I would say this. People wondering what's happening in the background. As someone who spent a lot of time with autistic kids, my son being autistic as well, those are very normal sounds for severely autistic children. No one's being abused back there. That might not be normal in your setting, but that is normal for some of us.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say.
Sounded just like my nephew.
It sounded like someone was like stimming. Yeah, it sounded like someone was just stimming.
Yeah.
Yep.
Pretty typical.
Thank you, Justin.
Yeah. Okay, I guess I'll read some super chats until we get someone who actually wants to talk about the Bible, at GHDXNLR, again with the $4.99. Just because you would be a nihilist without Christianity doesn't mean we are. What do motherfucker not get about this? I mean, I am a nihilist, but I'm what's called an optimistic nihilist, so I recognize that there isn't any intrinsic purpose to the universe. But I'm still like I'm happy with it, and I treat things good as a result. Final Boss is a reoccurring guest. Hopefully, Final Boss, you'll be able to behave yourself this time and not act like a jackass.
Sure, we can try that.
So, Final Boss, which one of the 6? We already know you're over 18, and you go by he, him. You're a Bible believer. So, which of the 6 points that you want to talk with us about?
Let's just go into the Bible is not anti-abortion.
Yeah, can you provide me an argument from the Bible that would be anti-abortion?
Well, I could provide you an argument with the earliest church authority that we have on the commentary of the Bible called the Didache, which is traceable to the life and times.
I don't care about the Didache. I asked if you.
It was written by the apostle.
Probably not.
It was written by the apostle.
Probably not. Can you give me an argument from the Bible? Can you give me
the most widely and historic?
I guess that was a no. He can't obey himself. Now, can you give me an argument from the Bible? I didn't ask about whether or not the Didache was anti-abortion or not. I asked if the Bible was. So go ahead.
Sure. Premise 1: Thou shalt not murder.
Okay.
Premise 2: Abortion is murder. Premise 3:
Demonstrate. Wait. Demonstrate from the Bible that abortion is considered murder.
Sure. The fetus, by definition, is a stage of development in a human life cycle.
Sure.
You cannot have a stage of development in a human life cycle independent of a human identity that's developing. Therefore, the fetus is a human identity in the stage of its life cycle.
Demonstrate from the Bible that the fetus is considered like a living soul.
A fetus, by definition, means small person.
Nope.
A person by definition.
I know, Charlie. I know. You probably get your information from Charlie Kirk, but Charlie Kirk was wrong. That's not the meaning of the Latin term for fetus.
I just beat you on that.
Anyways, you're gonna act like a jackass again. Can you give me evidence from the Bible? I didn't ask
analytically true.
I didn't ask you about the etymology of.
Now you're mute.
I didn't ask you about the
etymology
of the Latin phrase fetus.
True.
You weren't able to give me an argument from the Bible that the Bible is anti-abortion, so you're acting like a baby.
The argument is irrejectable.
You're acting
the
like
argument
a baby.
is therefore necessarily logically sound in all logically possible worlds. There's no logical possible world to which your argument
can you give me an argument from the Bible that the fetus is a living soul and therefore like should be like not like killed?
Dalton, I wasn't aware there was a Hebrew word for fetus.
No.
Was there? There's a Hebrew. Oh,
Sure.
okay.
So, excuse
Wow.
me. So I'm going to.
Also, abortion is
here we
not
go.
murder, but it is an act
So-
of killing.
Yeah.
Hold on. Excuse me.
Two different
Excuse me.
things.
In the beginning, there was the word, John 1:1. In the beginning, the Word was with God. The Word was with God. And the world descended to dwell amongst men in flesh. Now, the fetus, by definition, is a word which symbolizes a word. The word which symbolizes the word is a particular of the universal word. Therefore, the universal word is the particular word, the fetus of which is instantiation of the image of God.
Yeah, I'll let him.
In that particular
word vomit
instance,
for a
John
second.
1:1 defines a fetus by definition to be ensouled by a word.
Yeah.
Wait, where?
That means a word by definition.
So the logos.
John 1:1 doesn't say that.
So this is typical angelic logos theology from the 1st century CE Jewish background. It says that Jesus was the incarnation of the logos figure, but guess what? I'm not Jesus, and neither is anyone else. So can you demonstrate from the Bible that like the termination of a fetus in the womb would be considered murder from the Bible?
Yes. So murder by definition is the termination of the semantic content.
No, it's not.
of-
No, it's not. Pause. No, it's not. I have a degree in criminal
So you're
justice. No,
contradicting yourself.
we do not
You're
define
contradicting
murder. No, murder is the malicious intent of killing.
Murder by definition. No,
because
murder by
killing is
definition.
not
Murder by-
murder. No,
Murder by
killing is
definition in the
not
Bible.
murder. Murder
A
is the
biblical
it's the intent
losing.
behind it. No, you are wrong. Murder is the intent of
You're
you have
analytically
malicious
incorrect.
intent
You're
to end a
analytically
life.
incorrect.
I am not.
Murder, by definition,
Murder,
Final
is
by
the conscious
definition, if we
separation of the soul
Final
from the
boss.
body.
What the
The
heck is
soul, by
manslaughter
definition,
then?
is the image of God,
that's
which
why.
is the
Okay, murder is malicious intent. That's how you defined murder, especially in law, and that is also in the Hebrew law. Murder is malicious intent of killing. However, you can kill without murdering somebody, as in self-defense, as in manslaughter. When you stone a woman because she was cheating, allegedly.
Now, final boss, I'm willing to bring you back up. I only had to drop you because you wouldn't shut the fuck up. I'm going to need you to act like an adult and not like an absolute jackass. I know you want Jesus to ride you so hard, but acting like a jackass isn't going to get you ridden into Jerusalem. So, final boss, please, for the love of your fucking God, act like an adult and have a discussion with me. Where in the Bible, I'll ask you this before I bring you up because I feel like you're just going to rant going crazy again. Where in the Bible does it ever tell me that the termination of a fetus is murder? By book, chapter, verse.
it's going to require several different predicates. Number one, we're going to begin with John 1:1.
What? John
Now,
1:1 has nothing to
John
do
1:1.
with fetuses.
You asked for the citations. I'm going to give you the citations.
I've already disregarded John 1:1. I told you why.
Hold on. So stop interrupting my argument. That's an argumentum ad interruptum. Thank
Okay,
you.
Don't
That's a
make
logical
up,
fallacy.
Don't make up fucking terms like a jackass. Now, final boss, I'm going to need you to provide me a verse in the Bible where it says that the termination of a fetus is murder. Go ahead.
Sure. Watch this. So, in the I'm going to put the
Here,
premises together.
I'm going to give you.
I'm
going to give you 2 minutes
All
to
right, so
spout your bullshit. So go ahead. 1 second. Let me
Thank
get my
you.
Let me get my timer
So-
out.
so-
1 second. 1 second, because I don't want to give you a second more than you deserve. Let's see. I'm gonna give you 2 minutes to spout your bullshit uninterrupted. None of my guests are gonna interrupt you. All right, go.
In John 1:1 finds Jesus as the Word. In the beginning there was the Word was with God, and the Word was God. And the Word came and it dwelt amongst men in the flesh. Now, I think it's Jesus defines himself as I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man comes unto the Father but by me, which means that the Word itself is analytically identical to 3 different properties. The way of existence itself, meaning its topology, the truth, meaning the fundamental substrate of its analytic self-referentiality, and the life, meaning the self-conscious reflexivity of the proposition. Now, in this particular instance, murder means thou shalt murder, which is prohibited by the book of Genesis, means you will not take the life of an image of God. A fetus, by definition, is a life in the image of a word, which is a semantic content analytically established as necessarily there, grounded a priori by virtue of the law of identity. So from this, the only way that you could actually falsify the existence of the pro-choice argument is to argue against the existence of analytic truths themselves as a logical identity. But because it's logically impossible for you to falsify the law of identity, your argument is falsified in all logically possible worlds. It's that simple. How's it feel to fucking lose?
That was the most Jordan Peterson word comment.
He's still got 30. He's got 30 seconds left. He's got 30 seconds
You're
of
lost.
bullshit.
Yeah, you're lost. Yeah, but you lost. But you lost. But you lost. You lost. You lost. You fucking lost. Now I'd like to see you get into an argument with the law of identity and try to falsify the existence of language itself as analytic truth predicated on consciousness, which is your own consciousness. You'd have to falsify your own mind and the statements out of your own mouth. Let's see you try this. Go ahead. Go ahead, chubby guy. You ready, bloatster? You ready to lose harder? Watch this. You're going to mute nose the shit out of me.
Why does he sound like evil Dr. Cox from Scrubs?
I don't know. Yeah, for real. So, question number 1, final boss. According to the Pentateuch, what's the penalty for murder?
The penalty for murder it's just a non sequitur.
Nope, it's not. Answer the question.
Attack my premise.
What's
Attack my premise.
No. According to the Pentateuch, what is? I'll get to your
you a
bullshit.
major and a
I'll get
minor?
to your bullshit in a second.
They're
Now,
gonna address-
I let you bullshit for
address
two.
them as red herring.
I let you bullshit for 2 minutes straight. The least you can do is answer our question. So, question number 1: according to the Pentateuch, what is the penalty for murder?
The Pentateuch in what chapter and what verse?
Exodus 21.
Exodus 21. Let's look it up. Let me see.
He's never read it.
Yeah, he doesn't. I don't. Of course, he hasn't. All right, we got Exodus 21 here. Let's see what the penalty
Let's look it up.
for murder is. Let's see. Whoever strikes a man so
now
that he
these are the rules
dies
that you
shall
shall
be.
set before.
Hey, hush. I'm
Now
reading-
these are the rules
hush,
that you shall set before.
Hush. If you
When
want
you
me-
buy
if
a
you-
Hebrew
if
slave,
you
he
want
shall
me to
serve
drop-
you for 6
do you
years, and the
want me to
7th he
drop
shall
you?
go out for free. If he comes and sings,
I'll just drop you and read, and then you can come back up after I get done reading, because you can't behave yourself like an adult. So here I'm going to read the Word of God.
Whoever strikes a man so that he die shall be put to death. But if he did not lie in wait for him, but God let him fall into his hand, then I will appoint for you a place from which you may flee. But if a man willfully attacks another to kill him treacherously, he shall take him from my altar, that he may die. Whoever strikes his father or his mother shall be put to death. Whoever steals a man, whether he sells him or is found in possession of him, shall be put to death. Whoever curses his father or mother shall be put to death. What do we learn from this about if any harm follows? Here it is. If any harm follows, they shall give life for life, eye for eye, tooth for tooth, head for head, foot for foot, burn for burn, one for one, stripe for stripe. So what is the penalty for murder according to the Pentateuch? Let's see if anyone guesses.
Dalton, I'm going to need you to call me in Discord after that and read me a spicy novel.
Will do. So, according to the text of the Bible, what is the penalty for murder? It's capital punishment. So, I'll ask my next question to Final Boss. Final Boss, do you agree or disagree with what the Pentateuch says here?
I agree.
All right. According to the Pentateuch, in verse 22, what is the penalty for performing an action that results in the death of a fetus?
Forming an action that results in the death of a fetus. But perhaps that would probably be a different penalty on the virtue of progressive revelation. Do you know what that is?
When men strive together and hurt a woman with child,
so
that there
here's
is
how
a
here's how
miscarriage,
progressive
and yet
revelation
no
works.
harm follows.
Later verses abrogate
I'll
earlier
drop you.
verses.
Here, I'll drop you again. When a man strives together and hurt a woman with child, so that there is a miscarriage, and yet no harm follows, the one who hurt her shall be fined, according as the woman's husband shall lay upon him, and he shall pay as the judge determines. So,
according to the Bible, the termination of a fetus results in paying a fine, not like the capital punishment. So can you show me a Bible verse that overturns this declaration?
Yeah, absolutely. So in this particular instance, the logical fallacy that you commit is the violation of progressive revelation.
Yeah, show me
Now,
where the Bible
later verses
overturns this.
Sure,
Also,
later
that's not a
verses
logical
abrogate
fallacy.
earlier verses.
Yeah, also
later verses abrogate
also,
earlier verses.
Also, stop calling things logical fallacies when they're not. You're making yourself look stupid. Now, find me a Bible verse that overturns
is
this
abrogated by
penalty.
an earlier verse.
Find me a
Then
verse.
the earlier verse is canceled.
Book, chapter,
Contract.
verse. Book, chapter,
Your
verse.
argument cites
Here.
that
I'll just ask you again. I can't believe I keep having to drop him because he's acting like a big boss baby bitch. Now, Final Boss, I'll ask you again. Provide me a book, chapter, and verse that overturns what the Pentateuch says here as being the punishment for the termination of a fetus. I have never had to drop a guest over and over again because they wouldn't shut the fuck up. Only this baby. So, big boss baby, show me Bible book, chapter, and verse where this law has been overturned. Go ahead. Well, he's not asking to come up again because he knows that I'm not going to let him bullshit. Yeah. Whine harder. There we go. So book, chapter, verse. Go ahead.
Oh, there we go. Sure. So in Genesis 12, 1, 3, we find that the doctrine of progressive revelation is established, where God calls Abraham promising blessings to nations.
Oh, I didn't ask you for all this bullshit. Just give me the book, chapter, and verse. I'll assume that progressive revelation is a real thing. Show me where this law is overturned.
Sure. If you've assumed that progressive revelation is real, any statement that contradicts an earlier statement cancels the authority of the earlier statement. But since the actual ruling that a person will not actually be put to death if in the event they
just show me the book, chapter, and verse. Stop. Like, I know you're having to talk a lot because you can't find it, so you're just talking to fill in the empty space.
I just gave you a defeater. I just defeated your argument.
No,
I just defeated your.
The thing that would defeat my argument would be a verse from the Bible that shows me that that idea had been done away with.
All I have to do now is
show me where in the Bible that has been done away with.
Abrogates the previous.
Show me.
I beat you. You
where
lost.
in the Bible?
You fucking lost.
All right.
Listen.
Final boss.
You aren't.
1 second. Final boss. I will never, ever, ever allow you to come back up here and talk to me because you're too much of a baby. I only talk to adults, and clearly you lied to me when you said you were over 18. So you're never ever coming back up here. In fact, as soon as I see you, blocking you. Bye, bitch.
Like, he didn't even know the definition of murder and trying to tell me I'm wrong. I had a degree in this.
I have never ever spoken with a bigger idiot on this entire app who is more obstinate in their stupidity than Final Boss. That was so crazy.
The Excel spreadsheet is like Jordan Peterson word vomit.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, he was trying to define because I was so confused why he was trying to define murder the way he was, because murder is classified by malicious intent because you can kill without murdering somebody.
Yeah. So you block.
Super fun things.
Yeah, Parks. I blocked him. If you knew my history with Final Boss, you'd know that I was 100%. And if you were watching this conversation, although you probably don't have any problem with his childish conduct, you would know that I am fully justified in blocking him. And if I hear his voice ever again on another app or another I'll know him by his fruits. Like, he's not going to be able to control himself and he'll act like a dickhead again. I'll just block him again if he comes on a different profile. Like, it's not going to be hard to determine him. So Parks, I'm going to ask you the same 4 questions that I ask every one of my guests, irrespective of who they are. You have to answer these questions if you want to have a conversation with me. Question number 1, are you at least 18 years old?
Yeah.
What was that?
20.
All right.
Yes.
Question number 2, are you a Bible believer?
No.
I'm only here to talk to Bible believers.
I wouldn't really say that I'm in the Bible like that, but I do believe in Jesus.
Here, come back when you're not inebriated. Travarius Levi. Hopefully, Travarius, you'll be a better interlocutor. Travarius.
Oh, Lord. Hello.
Hello. Question number 1, are you at least 18 years old?
Yeah, freshly 19.
All right. Question number 2, are you a Bible believer?
That's where it messes up. I believe in God, but I don't believe that everything in the Bible is true. So,
do you disagree with any of the 6 points up here?
I disagree with, I think, most of them.
All right. Then how much of the Bible have you read?
I've read most of it. I think most of the Old Testament. I can't tell you exactly where I stopped, but the only reason I stopped is because I realized that. Can I ask you a question really quick?
Well, as soon as I get done with the 4 questions, then you can ask me whatever you like. So question number 4, what are your pronouns?
I don't really have any. I just go by whatever people call me.
Everyone has pronouns. Do you prefer to go by he, him, she, her, or they, them?
I say they, them.
They, them. All right, Travarius, they, them. I'm Dalton, the Bible guy. Which one of the 6 points would you like to discuss with me?
I would like to. I feel like the last one.
Okay, the Bible is not a good source for morals. My question to you, Travarius, is: do you think that slavery is good or bad?
I think slavery is very bad.
Does the Bible condone slavery?
It does. It actually does. See, this is why I feel like that. I'm not thinking in the right argument, because I believe that there is a God. I do believe that there is a God, but I feel like that the Bible was not written by God. Therefore, he shouldn't be judged by
But
it.
you disagree with the Bible is not a good source of morals, right? You think it is
Yeah,
a good
because
source of morals?
I actually don't. I'm very nervous and my brain is scrambled. I think that we actually may agree that the Bible is. I'm not gonna say it's trash, but it's
Well,
not a very good book.
all right. Is there any of these 6 points that you do disagree with?
I do think that Jesus was the Messiah.
All right. The reason I don't think Jesus was the Messiah is because he didn't do any of the things the Messiah was supposed to do. He didn't fulfill any prophecies in the Hebrew Bible. Do you have any examples of any prophecies you think he did fulfill?
Resurrecting from the dead was a prophecy.
Where?
Him being beat was a prophecy in Christianity.
Well, Travarius, where in the Old Testament, in the Hebrew Bible, was it prophesied that the Messiah would resurrect from the dead?
They said that he was the whole prophecy. I feel like the word prophecy is a social construct. It's only the prophecy is just a name to describe what people should do.
A prophecy is a prediction of the future given by a prophet about things that will happen in the future. So in the Hebrew Bible, is there ever a time where the prophets foretell that in the future the Messiah will be resurrected from the dead? If so, where?
I'm confused.
So, for example, the prophet Isaiah in Isaiah chapter 2 says that during the last days that there will be peace in the whole world, and that nation will not wage war against nation, neither will they learn war anymore. That's a prophecy that hasn't come to pass. Do you think there is a prediction or prophecy made in the Old Testament about Jesus that he did fulfill? If so, where?
Oh, when Jesus was first born, and well, not when Jesus was first born, when Mother Mary got pregnant with Jesus, there were so-called prophets that would say that Jesus would die for our sins. That after Jesus is born, he will go on the cross and he will basically rebirth everyone, cleanse everyone's soul.
Where is that written in the Old Testament?
I don't think it's directly written, but it's hinted too.
Where is it hinted?
When they talk about how he will be the Messiah to change the world, to die for our sins.
The Old Testament never says that the Messiah will die for our sins. Not once. Doesn't even hint at it.
Really?
Not
Could have
once.
sworn that they said that he will be the prophet. He will die for our sins.
Nope, that's the claim that the New Testament makes that claim about the Old Testament, but often the way that they end up doing this is by quoting the Old Testament out of context and mistranslating it to make it look as if Jesus is fulfilling prophecies. But there are no honest to Doug prophecies where that Jesus are fulfilling in the New Testament.
That is a good thought to ponder on. But I see what you're saying, and I also see where you're coming from. The way I see it is that the Messiah is for someone to be a Messiah to someone else. they must believe that their prophecies must be fulfilled. Say, for instance, that I think that a dog will be born and they will be the Messiah of my life to save my life from me getting robbed. And my brother thinks that a cat will be born and be the Messiah of his life
So,
and save him from being
Travarius,
drowned.
Messiah has a very specific meaning within the context of the Bible. The word Messiah comes to us from the Hebrew word Mashiach. And Mashiach means anointed. The act of being anointed was it was a ceremony where kings would have olive oil poured on their head in order to coronate them as king of Israel. When we say that someone is the Messiah, we're saying they are the king of Israel. King of dogs and cats cannot be the Messiah. Only a Jewish man from the line of King David can be the Messiah, and only if he does the things that the Hebrew prophets said he would do as a Messiah.
It would have been a lot better if they would have had a dog Messiah or a cat Messiah.
Yeah, I have to disagree with
Exception for
Dalton.
Cyrus,
I
though.
believe in dog.
I believe in
For
dog.
sure.
But
Do you think
didn't
if an animal was Messiah would be better off?
Be a lot easier. It would
Are you asking
be a
me?
lot less sad if they die.
So, fun fact, in my intellectual foundations, I took a writing course and I wrote a paper that God is dog. So I've prophesized this.
But Travarius, I mean, it doesn't look like we have any good reason to think that Jesus was the Messiah since he didn't do any of the things the Messiah was supposed to do. For example, according to the prophets, during the time of the Messiah, there's supposed to be world peace, but there isn't. The Messiah was supposed to build the temple in Jerusalem and reestablish the sacrifices therein, but it's been 2,000 years since there's been a temple and no one's built one.
Wait, are you talking about? Are you referencing this from the Bible?
Yeah. Zechariah chapter
I'm
6.
not. I'm not.
Zechariah chapter
Did
6
you
says that the Messiah is supposed to build the temple.
Did you use your definition of a Messiah from what the Bible thinks it should be?
Yes. There are lots of people, for example, King David, who was the king of Israel, and he was anointed with olive oil, calls him in Psalm chapter 2, Mashiach, a Messiah. Cyrus, who was also a king, was called the Messiah in Isaiah chapter 45. Lots of people are called Mashiach because they are kings in the past, but Jesus was never a king.
That's my thing. I don't think that the word Messiah should be judged or should be constructed from a book that literally made slavery okay and then in the late 1979, I believe, whole verse where it talks about men being married to men is not okay. I don't think that should
I agree.
construct anywhere.
I agree we shouldn't be getting our morals from the Bible, but if we're going to be talking about the concept of Messiah, the Bible and Judaism are going to be our only and primary sources for what this word even means. Outside of Judaism and the Bible, the word Messiah has no meaning.
Right.
But doesn't look like you are going to be able to substantiate this claim. So I think we're just going to move on. But Travarius, I thank you for being cordial and a nice person.
Yeah, W this guest, guys. W Travarius.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. See,
Hey, Zan, I'm gonna need you to come up here or you're getting muted for the rest of the live.
what is Anna just running their mouth?
Dalton,
Dan says we're in a cult.
I just took my temperature and it's 100. I'm here despite my illness, y'all.
Y'all, look.
Take Tylenol. It's technically, you have 0.3 degrees before you hit fever. So
Well, I want to be febrile. That's your body's natural response.
So just so we can get a good perspective on how things run around here, there's Final Boss, and then there's Travarius. The way in which I interact with you as a guest is going to depend on whether or not you're a Travarius or a Final Boss. If you're Final Boss, then you're an asshole, and I'm going to be an asshole back to you. If you're Travarius and you're a pleasant individual, then I will be pleasant in return. That's how this works. All right, let's see if I have any super chats to read. I do. And you know what? I'm going to start reading super chats in this voice.
At Game Master Flash with the $10. Cookum Duncan. Wow. Ashlyn and J-Town here too. W, all three of you. $10 for question 4 as usual. Yes, we do love question 4 around here. And I, Carissa Wieland, with the 10 Bible Guide gift memberships. W to Carissa. Everyone put a W in the comment section for Carissa. At Drew Smith TPA with the $2. Waiting for them to make a movie out of the Gots. Out of the bigots.
Bigots?
Out of the Gots. Either he
Also,
went,
I think it was. I just wanted to say I got gifted a membership, and I think it was Carissa. So just thank you.
Oh,
The gift. Now I get to use the fun emojis.
Yeah. I don't know what you're referring to begots here, Drew. Whether you're referring to baguettes, being the nice bread, baguettes meaning to have offspring, or you meant to say bigots. If they ever make a movie about bigots, it would be a hard watch for sure.
I think he's referring to the begat in the lineage of Jesus. The so-and-so begat so-and-so.
Oh, I mean, they have plenty of movies about those people, don't they? Although I will say this, that they literally have there's a Gospel of Matthew movie where they literally read to you the entirety of the Gospel of Matthew word for word, and they show you on the screen. So technically, movie about the begots right there.
and then
Oh yes, Zan has been muted for the rest of the live.
you see it, Sam. At the Sign Song 1 with the $5. The Bible, famously full of sarcasm. Yeah. Yeah, all the sarcasm. When Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life, he was being absolutely sarcastic. At House 70 with the $5. The word is the word, which means the word. Now it all makes sense. I must be a Christian. Love your show, Dalton. Yes, well, actually, what you were wrong about at House is not that the word is the word, but the bird is the word. At Space Lord of 75. Bird's the word. At Space Lord of 75 with the $1 and 99 cents. More like tutorial final boss. He was a bit of a tutorial, like really easy to take down. At Duke of Shotska with the €5. Gloating is a sign of insecurity. Fits Peterson's target audience profile. Bullied in school a lot, eh, boss? Sounds about right to me. At JCline17 with the $5. Dalton, please put on the voice changer and say, I'm here to kick ass and chew bubblegum, and I'm all out of gum, for the love of Doug. Laria. At Drew Smith with the $5. I always found the long list of begats as quite boring. Yep, you were right, Justin. Which is why I thought maybe a movie could make it more interesting. This summer, to a theater near you, Abraham begat Isaac, and Isaac begat Jacob, so on and so forth. And at Connor Runda with the $2. Word guy and bro guy should duke it out.
Oh my gosh, you guys are so funny. All right, reading the.
It hurts to laugh because of my throat, and I'm trying not to.
Reading the super chats with the fun voice is so much fun. I love that. I hope you guys are enjoying it too. I actually, because it's funny because on my end, I don't hear the voice. I hear my own voice. So I'm just hoping that people on TikTok can actually hear it.
Wait, You got to do the cathedral one and speaking Latin.
The cathedral voice and speaking Latin. In nomine Patris et Filii et Spiritus Sancti. Amen. There you go.
There's a meme of that, and it it is so funny.
I mean, if I ever get around to reading God's parts, you know, like when he talks about how he wants to like eviscerate virgins or whatever. I mean, there are God modules on here. I'm sure I can find it later. I'll add it to my list of voices or whatever. But there you go. And we got another super chat. Let's see.
William Kinney with the $10. With that new voice, I am now gay for Dalton. You know, buddy. Love the show. Keep up the great work.
William, has anyone ever told you kind of look like Jordan from Conan? All right. I'm going to bring up David as our next guest. David, a man after God's own heart, beloved David. I'm going to ask you the same 4 questions I ask every one of my guests, irrespective of who they are. Question number 1, are you at least 18 years old?
Yes.
All right. Question number 2, are you a Bible believer?
Currently just deconstructing.
Currently deconstructing. All right. How much of the Bible have you read?
A good portion of it.
All right. And then question number 4, what are your pronouns?
He, him.
All right. David, he, him. I'm Dalton, the Bible guy. Which one of the 6 points would you like to discuss with me?
I don't want to discuss with you. I just had a quick question.
Sure, I'll allow it. What's the question?
As I was listening to the last conversation, I was thinking of the 2 genealogies that are in Matthew and Luke, right?
Mm-hmm.
Matthew goes through Solomon, the royal Davidic line, and Luke goes through Nathan, which Nathan, I believe, never sat on the throne, right?
That is correct. You cannot be king of Israel if you are coming through Nathan's line. It's got to be through Solomon's line.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking.
And the problem with that is you would think that would make Matthew's lineage helpful to Jesus, but it doesn't, because it's Solomon all the way down through Jeconiah. And according to the prophet Jeremiah, that's a cursed lineage. So regardless of which genealogy you go with, whether it's Matthew or Luke, Jesus is fucked in both directions. Absolutely spit roasted.
Yeah, that's all I'm thinking. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Happy to help, David. W. David for deconstructing.
Yes, I was about to say that. W. David's in the chat. Good luck on your deconstruction journey.
I think both the lineages are good proof that the New Testament authors had no idea what they were doing and definitely were not Jewish.
Right? Because I think any Jewish person who's reading the genealogies of Jesus, like at least who's like educated in the Bible, is going to read that and go, well, that does it. Disqualified. And see, it's even worse on top of that, because they're not even Jesus's genealogies. They're Joseph's. And Joseph wasn't Jesus's dad. So what the hell were they even thinking? Maybe they thought no one would care? I care. This is new for me. Love it. Yeah, Hooper. Yeah, the genealogies. I'm sure someone could write a whole book on the genealogies.
Christians don't care about facts, Dalton. That's what you forgot.
Oh yeah, fuck me. I forgot about that. Maybe next time. All right.
At Michael Howard with the $10. We need a god like Jack from We need a god like Jack from Supernatural if God could ever be real. This is true. Spoiler alert. At the end of Supernatural season 15, God gets all of his powers taken away from him, and a new god gets appointed. And the guy who replaces him, swell dude, really good. Like he's not a jackass like Chuck. Chuck is Justin, have you ever watched Supernatural?
No, not at all.
their portrayal of God is by far the most accurate portrayal of God in any media I've ever seen. First and foremost, he's corporeal, just like the guy in the Bible. He's also omniscient sometimes, but also other times not. He's also sometimes omnipresent, sometimes not. Omnipotent, sometimes not. Okay, the guy in the Bible. And he's super, what's the word for petty as fuck.
Does he have a?
So he's got like crazy
big-
small dick energy.
Yes.
But does he have like an actual, because of the drawing,
Yeah, he does. And he uses it to fuck sometimes. Yeah.
Oh.
I do gotta say though, my favorite portrayal of God I've ever seen is in the show Lucifer.
Oh yeah, God as portrayed by the guy from Allstate. You're in good hands. Literally the voice of he's like the perfect guy to play God. And that show, God has a wife, which is also biblically accurate.
Also, that show is technically part of the DC universe.
I forgot the voice was on
Believe
that
it or
whole
not.
time I was talking. Whoopsie.
Someone
But,
wants you to do the exorcism scene from Supernatural. I think that's what they said.
In the voice? I mean,
I have no idea.
Exorcisms must te omnis immunis spiritus omnis satanico potesta omnis incursio infernalis adversari omnis legio omnis congratio excepta diabolica.
And I don't remember the rest of the words. So there's that. I can
The
translate all
fact
that.
you remember the words at all.
It's like really basic Latin. Really basic Latin.
And at Connor Runda again with the $2. Best scene was when death was introduced.
Yes, that Death was such a badass in Supernatural, and his scene, one of the top scenes in the show, without a doubt. Justin, I had an idea. I want to get your idea on this. Apparently, I'm thinking about doing a reaction videos to Christian movies and stuff like that. Do you think that would be something people would be interested in seeing?
Not only would they be interested in seeing it, I've watched quite a few of them myself. I love them.
Yeah, I mean, I on the regular watch reaction videos when people watch movies. I just love that shit. In fact, that's how I watch my movies nowadays. Mostly is by watching other people react to it.
He watched all of Friends this way.
I did. I rewatched all of Friends recently that way. But yeah, watching someone like myself react to really bad Christian movies like God's Not Dead, and also good religious movies like The Prince of Egypt. I'll watch them all. We'll make that a 2026 thing for sure. We'll get around to doing that, people. Scathing Atheist does God Awful Movie Podcast. The God Awful Movie Podcast, is that already taken? Because if it's not, holy hell.
God, make it
You're cutting out.
in parentheses.
You were cutting out there, Jay.
I could be in there, and then, but all I would do is, I said I could. Oh no, that's not me, Jay. I could help you, but all I would do is make dirty jokes.
Oh my god, wait, I have a bunch of Christian movies because I have Prime.
Is it on my end? Am I lagging?
Yeah, you're buffering on YouTube.
Oh,
You're severely lagging. I can hear myself very delayed.
Yeah, I got like really low bars here. Drop frames.
It's probably your
2,152 kbps. How long have we been going on for today so far? 2 hours and 14 minutes. So Christians, if you're out there and you would like to debate one of these 6 topics here, don't be afraid to ask up. As long as you're cordial, I'll be cordial back to you. So come on up. Let's have that conversation. I promise I don't bite unless you ask me to. Let's see. Did Zan not decide to come up? Did Zan just wanted to be a keyboard warrior? Is that what
I
happened?
invited him. Yeah. Yeah, he was totally a keyboard warrior. I even invited him and he declined.
Wow, Zan. I mean, it's easy to sit behind a keyboard and just sort of text and type away, but it's kind of hard to have your beliefs tested on the fly like that, unless the truth is on your side and you just happen to know what the fuck you're talking about. Actually, the good time to plug another, because I'm such a Dan stan, guys. Dan McClellan is going to have another book coming out pretty soon. He's already published The Bible Says So, but he's got another book coming out that right now the working title is God's Biography, where Dan is going to go through the history of God from the earliest references to Yahweh in any form of writing whatsoever, all the way until the development of the Trinity in the Ante-Nicene period, and also about how the certain groups of people created these different evolution of God in order to benefit certain groups. So be looking for that. More information on that sometime next year. Yeah, been following Dan for years on here. Yeah, he's great. One of the funniest things for me, and I'm sure, I mean, I know for a fact that Justin gets this as well, is when you have Christians who come up here and they make the claim that you're just running a script. No, we're not running scripts, guys. We just know what the hell we're talking about. If a person who didn't know math walked up to a sixth grader and said, "What's 2 + 2?" and they said 4. All right, well, what's 6 + 6? 12. Well, you obviously got a script. No, I just know what the fuck I'm talking about. You don't know math. I do. I know the Bible. You don't. That's why it sounds like a script to you, because we just know what the fuck we're talking about.
It also sounds scripty because we hear the same arguments over and over again.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. Since we hear the same arguments continuously, it's really easy to make a certain phrase that you just remember it by.
Yeah. Yeah, we just know what we're talking about. That's all it is.
At House 70 with the $5. Here's some for better upload speeds, preferably Fiverr.
Yeah, guys, if you guys want me to have better upload speeds, yeah, keep sending in those super chats, because I'm just trying to save up right now so that I can get an apartment somewhere in town. If I get an apartment in town, I live out in the middle of ass nowhere. I don't know why I was trying to say there. Ass end of nowhere. And yeah, I get horrible internet here. Like, I literally the only way I can get even decent internet like this is by having a Starlink satellite here, which doesn't help if you don't have a lot of sky coverage, and I don't. Lots of trees around here. So if you wanted to see us at the Bible Guys Show get better internet and thus better quality lives, just keep sending in those donations. We very much appreciate it.
And at Hurry Shine 1312 with the £5. Hello, Governor. New Holiday Channel 2025 is another keyboard preacher in chat who doesn't have the courage to step on up to talk to you. They never do. Hurry Shine, they never do have the courage.
Because, despite what the Bible says, the Holy Spirit isn't giving anyone the courage and the words in order to come up and spread the good news. They just don't have it in them. Sadly, I wish they did. It'd be actually interested to talk to a possessed individual. Tapping is clapping, says Ash. Absolutely, tapping is clapping.
Yeah, make sure you tap that screen, like the YouTube, and share out the live, repost, send the heart me, do all the things. Y'all do all the things.
Is Dalton imitating Seth Andrews? That's so funny. Seth Andrews is the voice of atheism, 100%. Ashland, I know you're not super duper familiar with the atheist community. Do you know who Seth Andrews is?
Yeah, I know who Seth Andrews is.
Oh wow, good. Look at that.
He has some of the highest YouTube followings of all atheists.
Real quick, big shout out.
Big shout out to @Carissa Whelan with the $50 for your fiber. LOL. Well, thank you, Carissa. I need as much fiber as I can get these days. Much appreciated. W, Carissa, everyone in the comment section.
Now,
Carissa, you're like big W. You also send out all those gift memberships. We appreciate you.
I know, right? Carissa spreads all the sugar. Thanks, Carissa. Yeah, absolutely. If you're in the YouTube comment section and you would like to debate me and you don't know how yet, don't worry. We'll get the whole YouTube situation figured out soon. But for now, YouTube Punk in the YouTube comment section has given y'all the Linktree link, which has the TikTok channel on that. So if you want to come and debate me, get on the TikTok. But don't worry, guys.
And I post out the direct link to the TikTok as well.
Absolutely. Also, update. I thought I was only going to be on one show in this upcoming week or so. Turns out I'll be on two different shows on two different days. So keep an eye out for both of those. Apparently, I'll be going on the line with Justin on, when was it, Justin? The 20th?
Saturday, yep.
Saturday the 20th. And then again on Skep Talk, I think with John Gleason from The Godless Engineer on Monday the 22nd. Or is it the Tuesday? The 22nd. So y'all be keeping an eye out for those and make sure that you're watching the shows and supporting The Line. Such a great show. Been watching it for years now. I remember when Jimmy first started The Line. It's crazy to see how far it's come. And Justin, pretty soon you and I are gonna have to get together and figure out how I can like take in like callers from YouTube and TikTok at the same time. I think that's the next step we need to take.
Yeah, it really does help to be able to have multiple ways to take guests. We'll definitely get working on that.
Absolutely.
Alwyn says, that's my birthday. Happy birthday.
Yeah, happy early birthday, bud. I wish Godless had Lives had more traction. Me too. He deserves it because Godless's stuff is really super good.
At GeForce.
I love Godless's takes.
Me too. At GeForce with the $5. I'm a little teapot, short and stout. Here is my handle. Here is my spout. When I get all steamed up, hear me shout. I'm a very special teapot. You've really sort of edged me a little bit there. You didn't get me all the way through the tin me over and pour me out.
That was the sexiest reading of I'm a Little Teapot.
Guys, I will read anything in the voice that you guys want me to. Whatever you put up there, as long as it's not a slur or something like that, I'm reading it. Absolutely. That was such a good use of honestly, best use of $5 I've ever seen. I'm gonna have to go back and listen to this later just so I can hear it for myself. I guess for now, until I'll show you guys another voice I got. If anyone wants me to sound
like a sweet old granny, I can do that too. I've got cookies and cunt. I mean, what?
Grandma. Gee whiz, Grandma. And I got one that makes me do an impression of Final Boss.
It's a baby sound. So there's that. I'm Final Boss. You're a sucker. You're a sucker. You're a sucker. You're a sucker.
At Design Song 1 with the $5. You're in the pit of despair. Don't even think about leaving here. And at Scared of Werewolves with the $20. I'm not gay, but I have a man crush for Dalton and Justin. Keep rocking, see? Absolutely.
You hear that, Justin? huge man crush for the both of us. Where it's
I think we need to put a calendar together.
no, you, me, Godless, Forrest Valkai, just the sexy men of the atheist community calendar. Absolutely, I'm 100% for it. I'll put on a Speedo for you guys. I will, 100%. I'm not afraid.
I won't buy it without a Duncan mustache.
Maybe I'll have to. Maybe I'll start growing out facial hair pretty soon again. We'll see, guys. We'll see. Justin's adamant on the Duncan stash.
Fat Declan James with the $5. Take your brother outside as fast as you can. Now, Dean, go.
The quote from Supernatural season 1, episode 1. God, I love the Supernatural fans on here. I don't see a lot of them out in the wild. So great that I get to see all of you here congregating here. John Winchester, horrible dad, though. I don't think that's a horrible take whatsoever.
At GHDXN 9LR with the $4.99. In the Olympia's voice,
Hi, my name is Anne. I can convert you in 4 minutes with one question, but I won't ask it because I'm a widow wimp who's full of shit.
At G-Force with the $4.99. This is going swimmingly, edging for Dalton. So glad to hear it. Glad you're all edging for me. That we're gonna bring up
the next guest, Omega Weapon. I'm going to ask you the same 4 questions I ask every one of my guests, irrespective of who they are. Question number 1, are you at least 18 years old?
Yep.
Question number 2, are you a Bible believer?
No, but I had a question about something that was left out of the Bible. I don't know if you have time to answer it.
Absolutely. I'm going to skip question 3 and go to question 4. What are your pronouns?
He, him.
All right. What was it? Omega Weapon, he, him. I'm Dalton, the Bible guy. What was your question you wanted to ask?
Well, I've heard Justin briefly talk about it. I must have missed what he had said and can't go back and find it, but it's about part of the Bible that was left out wherein a dog gave a speech. And I was wondering what the story is behind that and why it was left out.
Justin actually knows about this text more than I do. He talks about it quite a bit. Justin, where is this in the non-canonical works?
Yeah, so this is the Apocryphal Acts of Peter, and it's where we get the story of Peter being crucified upside down. You can get a copy in from Barnes and Nobles if you buy the Other Bible, which is a pretty popular publication for a while. It's got a bunch of apocryphal New Testament works in it, but I wouldn't say that it was left out of the Bible. I don't think anyone saw it and was like, "Oh, we shouldn't include this." I mean, it probably was clearly written after the Bible was already canonized.
Yeah, okay. That's one thing we should never forget. That we often talk about how this book and that book were taken out of the Bible, or things like this. We have to remember that it's not like there was there's a correct canon of the Bible. It was the early Catholic Church who decided what would and should be considered sacred scripture, and some books were just never even in the running to begin with. Some books which did make it to the canon were in question, and also for all the Christians out there, do not forget that the idea of the canon is the imaginary, arbitrary, invisible border that we put around the Bible. Canon is just a silly idea.
There's another text you might want to look up called The Acts of Paul and Thecla, and you'll find some similar fun stuff in there.
Paul and how did you spell it? Thecla?
Thecla. like THECLA, I think.
Thecla. Okay. Thecla.
Okay. Oh, all right. I got you.
And for a trifecta, for a hat trick, get the Arabic infancy gospel. That's the story of Jesus's sacred foreskin.
We love the sacred foreskin here. All right. Anything else, Omega?
No, it was just that. So thanks for your time. I really appreciate it.
All right. You have a wonderful day.
You too. Thank you.
Omega with the absolute alpha question. Love it. All right. Oh, what happened? What did I do? I fudged up. Where did I put all the guests at?
To the side.
Yeah, you are off to the side somewhere. Where the fuck are you? You are invisible for... Oh, there you are. Whoa, that was weird. All right. Real quick, I'm going to read some super chats. And then hopefully we can get another guest in here before the show ends. So...
At Chip Payet with the $4.99. Seth Andrews wishes he sounds as good as me. And I don't know, Seth Andrews, watch out, I'm coming for your job. And of course, it's not my natural voice, so he's got the up on me. He can do it on the spot, wherever he's at. At Connor Runda with the $2, quoting Death from Supernatural, destined to swat you. I think that's my line for all the Christians who come up here with bad arguments. I think I'm destined to swat you. At Space Lord of 75 with the $4.99. God gives King Arthur his plan. Arthur, good idea, O Lord. And God snaps back, course it's a good idea. Wait, was that from Monty Python?
I'm pretty sure that was from Monty Python. I could be wrong. The curse, the quest for the Holy Grail, the Holy Hand Grenade. Love that movie.
At William Kinney with the $6.66. Hail Nero. Calendar. Fuck yes. Also, I have so many ideas you could use that voice changer for. Designate a voice so to use when speaking as the average Christian.
Yeah, that's not bad. I mean, if I wanted to do an impression of the average Christian, I don't know which one of these would be the average Christian. There's plenty of babies on here. We'll get back to you on that. We'll get back to you on that.
At GeForce again with the $4.99. I have a very particular set of skills. Skills I have acquired over a very long career. Skills that make me a nightmare for people like you.
I love that he's finding all his favorite movie quotes and whatnot and just having me say them. It's so much fun.
I hope you enjoy it. At Austin316 with the $19.99. Ended up in a crap little gay bar Friday night. Prayed to Doug to get me out. Then started introducing themselves as Doug, telling me they were answering my prayer to get me rock hard. Note to self, do not pray to Doug in gay bars.
Well, I think it was meant to be. That was a sign. That was a sign. And then
Bat Orion Patch 5877 with the $1.99. Move over, Zach Lazar Hoffman. Dalton is here.
Well, guys, we still haven't got any guests, so I think that might just be the end of the show for today. We've been going on so far for a good amount of time. I think 2.5 hours now. But since we're not getting any more guests, I think I'm just going to call it for now. But hey, Ashland and Jay and Justin from Deconstruction Zone, thank you so much. If you haven't already, people, make sure that you are following my 3 guests, and that you're tuning in whenever they go live, either on YouTube or TikTok. And with that, I've been the Bible guy. Justin, are you and the crew going to be going live tomorrow morning for Unapologetic?
Yeah, we'll be live at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then John Gleason and I are live on AXP at 5:30 Eastern Standard Time.
All right. Well, you heard it here first, folks. That Unapologetic tomorrow morning.
Are we rating anyone?
Yeah, we're gonna.
sorry.
We're gonna take a look and see who we're gonna be rating. Let's take a look and see who is live right now. And while I'm looking for that, I've got another super chat to read.
At Jared Sims with the $5. Doug has rewarded me with finding your channel. Keep up the good work.
Will do, Jared. Thank you so much for the super chat. And it looks like right now that Trust But Verify is live. So everyone, make sure you go over to Trust But Verify's channel. Tell them that the Bible guy sent you. And with that, I've been the Bible guy. Remember, everyone, to keep reading and keep learning, and happy holidays. We will see you all again tomorrow at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. You can either check out us or you can watch Justin and John Gleason tomorrow on, what was that show again? On the line?
On the Atheist Experience.
On the Atheist Experience. I know which one I would choose if I was you guys. Just saying. The Atheist Experience, top-notch show. I won't, no bad feelings if you guys decide to go over there and watch them. None at all. And we'll see you again tomorrow. Have a wonderful day. Bye.
Bye.
Born from dust and questioning fire, wielding truth like a sword of desire. Ancient scrolls and cosmic flame, he tears through mist, he breaks the chain. Echoes of prophets, the stars align, knowledge and thunder intertwine.